Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a pretty wet and damp day in Scotland. So in today's video, we're back on the GTR trying to button up all the little things that we've got left to do to this before it can get on the road. As you saw in the last video, we've got to get the wheel arch lining back into that wheel. We've got to find some nuts and bolts to try and attach the bottom splitter on this side because it's currently missing them. And then once we've got those two things fixed, what we're going to do is we're going to take this door apart and see if we can get the glass lining up properly on this side, because you can see from the other side there's no gap, and that's how it's meant to look. And then after that, depending on how much time we've got left, we might start giving the car a clean. But let's see how long all this stuff takes us first. Now, as the saying goes, there's no time like the present, so let's get the car up in the air and get to work. Right, so that's the wheel arch lining back in, but there are a couple of bits still missing that I'm going to have to order from Nissan. The most annoying one, which you can guess by the fact that that part's missing right there, and the fact that you can see the floor through that gap, but not on the other side, is because we're missing the plastic that sits under here. But that's fine, we can order that up from Nissan, that's no big deal. Right, so next thing on the list is we're going to try and get this bumper and this lower skirt sitting flush again. And I'm not sure how much of this I'm going to be able to film, because it's probably going to be quite hard to get to, but we'll see how we get on. Right, well that looks an awful lot better now. And I do apologise there wasn't much footage, but it was just too tricky to get my hand in and a camera and everything else. But that's that fixed, so let's move on to the door. Right, so that's that fixed. And as you can see, the gap is gone, which is awesome. And these doors are super easy to take apart. Probably one of the easiest door cards I've ever taken off, actually. A little bit of time has passed since I rebuilt that door. And I've now got the plastic tray on order that I need for under there. And I also found myself a new A-pillar, which should be here in time for the next video. So what we're going to do now, seeing as there's not much left to do to this car until those parts arrive, is we're going to get the car down off the jacks, give the engine bay a quick detail, and then give the interior a clean, because it's just disgusting. So although not a proper thorough job, it'll certainly do for just now. The engine bay is looking pretty good. So with that, let's move into the interior, make it look as good as the engine bay. Well, that's a lot better. Starting to look like one of my cars. So I didn't pay too much attention to the seats at the moment because they're going to need steam cleaned and vacked and all sorts of stuff. So we'll deal with that later. But other than that, she turned out pretty nice. Quite impressed. So anyway, with that, that's going to be the end of this week's episode, guys and girls. I hope you liked it. As I said earlier, I've got a load of stuff on order. So next week's video, hopefully that stuff should have arrived and we'll be able to crack on, get the last few bits fixed. So I'm going to leave the jacks underneath the car just now because it's going to be going back up in the air. So I posted a photo midweek on Instagram of the rear diffuser that I've got for this car. And although you can't probably tell on camera, each one of these fins is about 4 inches deep. And when this car's on the ground, I'm not sure having another 4 inches hanging out at the bottom of this car is going to be a good idea. So leave a comment down below if you want to see me fit it, because we're going to be taking apart the whole under tray anyway. We can maybe see what it looks like. I'm not really sure. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on it. And we'll take it from there. If you're new to the channel, consider clicking the subscribe button for me. That'd be absolutely awesome. And as always, I hope you're keeping well and I hope you're keeping safe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.